You ain't shit. Humble yourself. These are the things I've been hearing all my life in different forms, and they came only when I was at peace with myself. Aren't you too tired of being overlooked? Do you also keep hearing doubts from other people, even close to you, about how your dreams are seemingly impossible? Do you also sometimes question that you actually are shit and not the shit? You're in the right place because this video will elevate and validate all those concerns of yours and will make you feel like you can do it all again, not for the ones who question you, but to prove it to yourself. Because even the best of the role models have had downfalls in their lives. Did you know that David Goggins was first overweight when he wanted to become a Navy SEAL? Or that Jeff Bezos started the company Amazon when he was 30 and in the initial years he had little to no profit? Or even J.K. Rowling, who wrote her famous, "You see, no one has stopped you, so why would you stop yourself from becoming that? If this life wasn't what you asked for, why would giving up be your choice too, you know? Why not make the most of it while you have it?" Honestly, the best outcome for you will always be to go for what you want without any restrictions, because I know a lot of people have also had their phases of being at the zenith, being at the top of their career, being at the top of their life, and then falling right down to the rock bottom. Like in Titanic, you maybe are holding on to just one plank and gasping for air in the water and you don't know what to do. But you haven't lost consciousness yet, and you know there's only one way to go, and it's up from here because you don't want to give up that easily. You want to rise up, you want to taste the air again. Let me share with you an incident that happened to me when I was in college. One of my teachers would always target me, like for no reason. Wherever I was sitting in the class, friends, they would all get scolded. They're like, wherever you're sat, she's going to target us all. And so she would make me stand the entire class or answer some difficult questions, but I always persevered through that. And when she found out that I was the only one who got the highest marks in her subject, she was so shocked. She was like, "You? I never imagined you could do that." And that made me wonder, what was I doing so differently, because that is just one of the many incidents that I had during my school and college. And I'm sure a lot of you are just waiting on your revenge arc, and when will you actually become the underdog? And so I wanted to share some tips with you. Honestly, the number one is just have the right mindset, and it involves just not caring enough about those people. Like, even when I wanted to show them who I was, I wasn't thinking, oh my god, I have to be at the top of the class, get the highest grades, or be the most popular. I was just thinking, okay, what can I do to better myself, to become 1% better than I was the last time that they saw me. In my mind, I always keep affirming to myself, oh no, it's not about me, it's them. It's them speaking, it's their opinions, it's not what defines me.
Y'all wonder why I always do this, man. It's hard waking up every day and still being fucking ugly.
Okay, now let's actually start with the tips. Start exercising. Now, I know you might be questioning, what does that have to do with anything? Not like it's going to help us get better grades or advance in our career, but trust me when I tell you, it's always a good starting point. That is always why I revert back to first starting to exercise when I have some ups and downs in my life, because you only need to be disciplined with one thing, and exercising is the easiest thing that you can do. Just 10 to 15 minutes of movement every day, even if it's a short walk. If you are disciplined with it every day, you will start adding things to it. You will start maybe listening to a podcast while you walk, or even when you are exercising, you will go one step further. You will try to do it for longer. You always have to start again when you fall off, because it also gives you positive dopamine to start your day right. And it also does make you happier and fills you up with energy for the rest of your day. And the bonus is that you start to look good. I mean, look at me. And the second thing is literally eat clean. Sugars and carbs don't really give you enough fuel to get through the day, because I know I've tried it many times, and usually in the afternoon is when my energy starts depleting. And if I have carbs for lunch, it usually is the end for me. Then I might just go to sleep and not get anything done. So what I do as a rule of thumb is to get 20 to 30 grams of fiber every day, and like a good amount of protein, but I don't really count it. And I try to keep carbs as the last meal. The third tip would be to start journaling. You need to write down your triggers. If you are, say, angry or just a sensitive person, or you cry easily, you need to write down what triggers you, so that next time you come across those emotions, you have positive ways to let it out instead of just suffering in those emotions. Some things that I also do write in my journal is the tasks that I do every day. I check them off as I go, because it just gives me that satisfaction of getting things done. Also, because this video is about the people that keep putting you down, if you also get a little bit hot-headed or angry like me when you encounter those people, I want you to write down the things that you will achieve. So you can write down, say, if that person says, oh, she's just dumb, I want you to write it down in your journal in a positive affirmation that, yeah, I am just smart, and that some people don't see it, but here's my grades to prove it. That's how you deal with it. You need to write down exact factual proofs about yourself, so you know not to fall into the traps that other people set for you. What I also do is I will just write it down on a piece of paper. If I'm angry with someone, I just scribble, or I'll just write down some words that help me get it out. I don't really curse, but if that's what you do, you can even do that. Write that down on a paper and burn it safely, so it just is out of your system. I also do sometimes visualize the person I hate getting minor inconveniences in their day, and that sometimes cracks me up. And also, I would say, if you can, please cut contact with those people, or like even lessen contact with them when you encounter someone who doubts you for no reason, because those people then are not going to help you in any ways to achieve your goals. I also just believe that if someone who I do not want to be like is giving me advice, I just, yeah, I just nod, I just move on. I just feel like you should always listen only to people you want to be like. Take their advices. If you want to be good, you want to be kind, you listen to those people. Also, one tip that has been working really well for me recently is called cold conviction. Do you know that Kanye West award speech?
Everybody want to know what I would do if I didn't win. I guess we'll never know.
Well, that is what I call cold conviction. It's knowing that you're going to achieve your dream and your goals no matter what. And I'll give you an example of it. See, when I make a video, I don't know if it will do well, or even when I study, I'm not sure if I'm going to recall that topic. But when I do those things, I do them with the conviction that, yeah, I'm going to get it. Yeah, this video is going to make it. Yeah, I'm meant to be successful. And that is the only thought I have in my mind when I'm doing something that seems a bit tough in the moment. Seems like I don't really have the mood to get through it, but I keep telling myself that if I do this thing, the success is guaranteed. It's like working out when you know you're going to get your dream body, studying when you know you're going to be at the top of your class. You already know the outcome, so why not run towards it full speed? And also, the fifth point is to keep your promises to yourself. See, at any point in this video or any content that you consume that makes you feel motivated, did you promise yourself that Now you're going to start to work out. Now you're going to do this, you're going to do that, you're going to make more money, you're going to start this side hustle, but you did not do it. I think it's literally self sabotage. Like, what do you mean you can't, don't, or won't do it? Because now that you've said it yourself, it's become a promise from you to you that you need to fulfill. Because I know promises to other people don't really mean much to you, anyways. You telling someone else to keep you accountable, but that person is already busy with their lives. You need to be focused on your own, and you need to hold yourself accountable. You just need to love your future self so much that you will get through it now. Okay, and the sixth point is, I see so many people around me complaining about things and being like, oh, I need advice on this thing. I need to know how to get this done. But when you receive those advices, do you follow through on them?
What's not clicking? What's not clicking?
I always think that a wish is just want and I want to be fitter. No, I am someone who exercises every day, and that will change your entire reality. And as I mentioned before, for people whose advices you don't really want to follow through on, those people who haven't really kept any of those goals for themselves, I just call those people ghosts. Like, they are in front of you, but you need to act like you don't really see them, you don't really listen to them. And if you have your haters who are just near you, you act like it's background noise, like you're listening to some bomb playlist. Sure, you don't have to be rude or dismissive towards anyone, but you can just turn your brain off and not take it personally, because you will not ask a fat person on how did you lose weight, like they haven't. You wouldn't ask someone who is failing the class on how you will get the top grades, because that advice wouldn't really be helpful to you. So I just want to say that always know better and know that you do not need to beg when you get a golden bowl. Okay, so you still ain't shit, maybe, but you're trying, you're healing, and you're becoming something you'd actually like, someone you would actually root for, and that's everything. So walk like you mean it and be the main character of your life, because you've survived every version they said you wouldn't.
And that's on period.
See, and the one thing I wanted to add was what helped me when I was literally at my rock bottom and in my depressive state was just praying to God. And I feel like everyone should have their own version, something that you do to get that peace. And Steve Harvey once said, if you are in hell, you need to keep moving, because why would you stop in hell? And to all my believers out there, like, even if you believe in the God or the universe or something else, I just want to say, we've all heard that you work hard, but the devil works harder. But I feel like if you are a child of righteousness and that you really do believe that you need to do better, then you need to outwork the devil. You need to be on your toes. You need to be taking more people than the devil to the good side. You need to make sure that your good deeds are outweighing the bad ones. Okay, with that, I will leave you guys. Please stay tuned for the next video, and please like, share, subscribe if you found this video helpful, and share it with someone who will like it too. See you again next time. Bye.